Well, not far from the hospitals, ICUs, and COVID-19 units, you can find plenty of people impacted by the coronavirus. Now, they aren't infected with it, but they are the jobless, the homeless, and many are hungry. Long food lines are now all too familiar across the country as food insecurity hits hard in the days leading up to Christmas. Rosa Flores has more.
Before dawn, people waited at a South Florida mall on the weekend before Christmas.
Are we sleeping?
But they're not here holiday shopping. They're in line for free food.
Always been hesitant about coming because I'm sorry. I would hate for me to get the last of something and the person behind me be in a worse position than I am.
Melon, can I have 2 melons here, please?
It's a scene replayed across the country, from Los Angeles, where one food bank says distribution of groceries has doubled since the pandemic began, to the suburbs of Atlanta, where 500 cars waited for an hour and a half before distribution started.
This is another indication of the pain and the suffering that's being felt all across our nation.
Since the pandemic began in March, hunger in the United States has skyrocketed. Feeding America, the nation's largest food bank network, reports a 60% increase in the demand over last year.
Merry Christmas. God bless you guys.
In South Florida, 1 in 5 people need food assistance and a quarter of children go to bed hungry, according to Feeding South Florida. Deborah Hightower is an accountant.
So, this is hard for me to come here.
The mother of 3 teenagers was recently hospitalized and says she has lost her job twice since the pandemic started.
I'm very independent and do not like to ask for help. But sometimes you just have to do, God humbles you.
Some people, like Larry Battisti, waited for hours not to get food for himself, but for 3 members of his church who are unemployed or can't leave their homes due to COVID concerns.
You certainly get a lot of smiles, and you can't hug them anymore.
Leonard and Julie Thompson delivered the food they received to 7 neighbors and friends.
Appreciate you sharing with me as usual.
As the pandemic surges, demand for food
Merry Christmas.
is expected to grow.
I'll see you soon.